Hey, what's up guys, Sir Emanon here, and welcome to another dual commentary on the channel today. So this is going to be the top 4 of LCS number 8, and it's going to be featuring Pak on Virtual World versus Neal on Infernoble. So big shouts to Pak for making it this far into the tournament. He played very well. So I'll of course leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description box down below. Definitely give him a sub, all that good stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started here. I got one comment from somebody who said that this was going to be a good match, so I'm kind of trusting their judgment. And I know the other match had some like weird stuff go on because I looked at the replay for that one, and like there was an immediate concession, and then it was just went straight to game 2, and that was like the end of it. So I know that one's not worth featuring. So this one is gonna have to carry its weight, hopefully. But I guess regardless, I'm gonna be featuring this one because I want at least a top 4 matchup. Hopefully it'll not just be like auto losses. But we are going to see Cam win the die roll and choose to go first, or IPS, and then choose to go first. Opening hand for Infernoble is Durendal, Despot 1, Renaud, Rhoda, and Oliver. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the matches in Top Cut except for finals, so I don't really know what happens. But yeah, this hand is straight fire, quite literally. Besides the Despot 1, obviously, when you don't mind it because this hand is really amazing otherwise. And the Pak's hand is Double Kieran Driver Call by Ashe. Ew. Yeah, this hand is not what you want to see. You want to see a combination of different virtual worlds, and this is not one of those combinations. Ideally, you want to see City, like Kowloon or Lulu, or both. Or the very worst case scenario, just something you can normal summon, so you can like trigger off your virtual worlds in hand. But yeah, this can do pretty much nothing. Main phase 1, gonna go ahead and activate Rhoda. Also drawing Driver is very fun. Rhoda adds Neospace Connector to hand, which is immediately going to force out the Ashe on normal summon. And then Durendal gets Fire Flint Lady, and that is the end of the game. So I feel like I got trolled by that comment. We'll see, maybe games 2 and 3 are better. But yeah, that's just the end of the game. He even admits defeat. Because, I mean, might as well save time. But yeah, that was, I guess, literally the end of the game. So game 2, we're going to see Pak go first. That is going to not be very surprising. Opening hand is going to be for Virtual World, Kieran, Lulu, Nyan, Callby, and Kowloon. Wow, this hand is like the exact opposite of the last hand, apart from the Callby, which was in both of them. And I guess the Kieran as well. So yeah, he opened both the cards I just mentioned he wanted to draw. So this is beyond full combo. And then the hand for Infernoble is Imperm, Rhoda, Heritage, Durendal, and Coltwing. You hate to draw Coltwing. It is a brick. I mean, you can technically still use it with Tatsunoko to make Power Tool, but it's just not what you want to see. Like, the rest of my hand is pretty decent. Like, this hand trap does draw or dodge Callby, but it doesn't interact with any of the Virtual World cards themselves. And like, the only thing it really stops in the combo is Cloud Castle if they have to go for it, but this hand definitely you don't need to go for it. And most people aren't shotgunning VFD anyways, so it's like gonna be very hard to even make use of this card. It might just be another auto scoop. We're going to see Kowloon come down, go for Chuche, and then activate Lulu in hand. That's going to summon itself, targeting the traps. So it's going to mill Qinglong to add a monster. Yeah, it's going to add Lao Lao to hand. So he has, with this Qinglong, he has access to every single virtual world name because he can search Gigi and then pitch Nian. So let's see if that's what he goes for. He's going to use Qinglong next. Yep, get Gigi, and then pitch Nian. Yeah, so he has everything he could ever want. We'll see how he plays this, because we know his list doesn't play Gossip Shadow or the Crystal Wing Ultimaya package, so I'm interested to see how he plays around Nibiru. He's going to mill Chuche with the Gigi. That's going to summon itself, and then bring back the Nian Nian. He's going to go for Kieran next. And then double mill the Qinglong and the Nian Nian. Second copy, just for next turn. Both of them, basically. So yeah, he can synchro. He can also level modulate with this. He can definitely make at least one VFD here. And then go for maybe another, like, synchro play. He's going to go for Croc. That's going to draw Nibiru. Very good draw. So it's probably going to be like VFD plus, like, a synchro of some sort. Also, like, holding Lalo also helps around Nibiru. We saw this earlier in his other feature match. Or I can't remember if it was Pak specifically, but we saw this in another virtual match where somebody held on to Lalo just to play around Nibiru better. And he's going to go for the trap to increase the level of one of them by 3. And that's gonna go for Shen Shen. He's gonna make VFD, so it's probably gonna be a VFD synchro. He's gonna use the effect Calling Light. So he's checking for Nibiru here. Okay, so actually he can make Cloud Castle now and go for a second VFD if he really wants to, which also actually dodges the Imperm. So yeah, that's just like extra rude. He's gonna go for Lao. That's gonna bring back a copy of Gigi. So you can go for Synchro 9 here. That's gonna be Cloud Castle, and then that's gonna bring back, yeah, it's just gonna bring back Shen Shen, and just like that, you have double VFD. So that is a double VFD, a pop, a call by, and a Nibiru versus a hand that contains Colt Wing and a bunch of other combo cards. Feels bad. Set call by, end phase resolves Gigi to add back Lulu, and then wish his opponent good luck. Draws Ash for turn, always loyal, although he had called by the grave to be fair. And gonna be calling light, or sorry, fire here. He called light last turn to play around Gearfried. And I feel like that's just an auto scoop. Yep. This is peak Yu-Gi-Oh, guys, 2020. Game 3, we're gonna see Infernoble go first. We'll see if he just full combos again, and if that's the end of it. Well, I mean, we know the tournament results, so we know that that's not what happens. Opening hand for Infernoble is gonna be Double Talents, Connector, Living Fossil, and Ash. So that's actually not a very good hand, because this is very vulnerable to any one hand trap, and he doesn't have like a good extender to play through. Like Talents is going to have to put in a lot of work here. And then Pack's hand on Virtual World is going to be Kowloon, Gigi, Lao, Cyframe Gear, Gamma, and Lulu. So this hand's broken again. Wow, this hand is absolutely stacked. Has Gamma plus like really, really good cards. But yeah, I imagine that he's going to get Gamma'd, and then Talents is just going to be the only thing that is going to save him essentially. He's going to normal summon Connector. I do wonder if he's going to Gamma, because we've seen cases where like you don't have to use it. Like the last match, I believe the Shadal player opted to hold Gamma in hand just because it's higher attack, and it's still higher attack than Connector. So you could opt to save it here, or you can just go for it to get the body off the board so that it's harder for them to make Isolde, which is also fair. He's thinking he is going to use the Gamma. Alright, fair enough. So Talent is going to have to draw for sure here. You can't afford to look at your opponent's hand with this weak of a follow-up. So you have to draw any extender and then Living Fossil your way back. And it actually will be Pack's hand. So just based on how the tournament went, I can guess that that's not what happens. He's probably going to just draw 2 bricks or like a hand trap. Ah, man, you hate to see it. Gonna use Talents. Alright, well, I see how this game went. Draw Smoke Grenade and Deskbot 1. Well, that is a big, big rip. Yeah, it doesn't get much worse than this. It really doesn't. Literally anything like a Durendal, because his opponent has monsters on field. Or like Red Layer, or like... Oh man, this feels so bad. Yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes. So that's the pass there, trying to bluff hand traps. And then Pack's going to draw Ash, really not needed at this point, but it's going to go ahead and use Kowloon. You can Ash this card, because it does mill, but, I mean, that's still not going to be enough, because you can just normal Gigi, go Lulu, and that's just the end of the game. Yeah, he is going to Ash that, but that's just, it's just not going to matter. Normal summon Gigi, go Lulu, and that is the end of the match. So that comment who told me that this match had very good games was just totally lying to me. So shout out to that guy. But I mean, it was still had at least some games, whereas the other top 4 match only had really 1 game. So yeah, I didn't really want to showcase that one. But yeah, you're going to mill Qinglong to add a copy of Chuche. And he's thinking here, going to go for Juju, and then go Lao next. He doesn't want to pitch anything in his hand, I assume, off this Qinglong, which I guess is fair enough. Although you could just reasonably go for the end of the game here. Lao going to send another Chuche, or send a Chuche rather. That's going to bring back the Gigi. He's going to go for a Croc, that is going to draw 1. So his hand actually ended up not being explosive because of that Ash. The Ash actually did matter, I lied. It was actually pretty good. So we'll see what the draw is going to be here. It's going to be Niam, which is perfect because he has Qinglong. So, and he has yugioh here, which is a very good card to make because it's just a target to be able to, trigger your virtual world still. He already did go through Lel, so the only choices left are Gigi, which he normal summoned, hasn't used the hand effect yet, and Kieran. So he's gonna grab one of those off the Qinglong. So let's see. Alright, he's just gonna enter battle phase and hit for 24 and 25. So that's gonna be 49. He's gonna Chuche to level modulate and then go for VFD. And he's going to call light. Although, I mean, he would have just chained it, right? Yeah, this is beyond 5 summons for sure. And then gonna go for Qinglong. That's gonna search. Follow up for next turn, I would imagine. Another Lulu. Pitch Nian. And then set Chuche and pass. So it's still Chuche, Calamities, and Ash versus this hand, which doesn't seem that appealing. Oh my god. There's no words. There's no words. My god. Jesus. Yeah, that is the powerhouse of a hand. Honestly, the only thing that makes this worse is if you drew Coltwing as well. But he actually drew 3 of the worst 4 cards in his deck. That is so sad. Like, literally any extended drawn off talents would have been full combo. Man. That's just I mean, this game could have flipped on a dime. I mean, that is combo mirrors, guys. What can I say? Not really a whole lot. There is the extenders. Yeah, that's going to be it for the game. Unfortunate for Cam, but Pat going to be moving on to the finals, as we already know he made it to the finals. But that's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like as well as any thoughts or feedback in the comments. Subscribe for more competitive Yu-Gi-Oh content. If you want to, you can follow me on Discord, Twitter, or Twitch. All the links in the description as always. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video. See you guys.